Opportunity I don't realize firm, we have been showing up when individuals of color wind up dead. And Jasmine, whether a white individual killed them or the individual of color. Since Robinson life matters, that is correct. Clearly Shanquella was gone after by the TR, by somebody in the gathering, one of the movement mates. So the worker portraying their collaboration tells me that the climate that she was in for her last minutes was certainly not a positive one. I'ma keep it sweltering. You will keep it blistering. What they would pursue. Shaquilla's savage passing Mexican specialists reported that a capture warrant had been given for Robinson's buddy. This improvement has left Cabo 6 more unfortunate than any other time, the explanation being that a delegate for Robinson's family has expressed that they require conciliatory mediation from the U.S. government to push the case ahead. A position that we earnestly support. The issue currently is that there has been elevated degree of discretionary mediation, and I say undeniable level, to be joking in light of the fact that, to be straightforward, late October Robinson was killed while traveling in Mexico, as per a Mexican examiner, on November 23rd. The investigator informed ABC News that Robinson's companion was the immediate assailant in the femicide. A video later surfaced portraying a lady of pungent Robinson in a lodging, yet the companion's character has not been openly revealed. Salamandra Robinson, Shanquella's mom, distinguished the people in the video as companions with whom her little girl had ventured out to Cabo. October 29. An official researching the case says they talked with two companions of the estate in Cabo who said Shanquella Robinson had liquor harming for the individuals who may not know. Robinson hails from Charlotte, and a few different voyagers on the excursion likewise come from North Carolina. So what precisely happened? Robinson's colleagues at first illuminated her family that she had died because of liquor inebriation. Anyway, an ensuing assessment uncovered that she had experienced a wrecked neck and spine. The next day, Channel 9 got Robinson's passing endorsement, which demonstrated that she had kicked the bucket in no less than 15 minutes of supporting the injury, and recorded extreme spinal line injury with chartbook luxation as the reason for death. Astoundingly, the demise testament made no reference to liquor harming as a potential contributing variable. In January, Channel 9 had a gathering with Daniel de la Rosa Ania, who fills in as the principal legal officer for the territory of Baja California Surf. During the gathering, Ani has expressed that the examination concerning Robinson's homicide was all the while continuous, and he had additionally added that his organization was working in nearer cooperation with U.S. authorities. The examiners had mentioned to talk with the others who were on the outing in the U.S. to decide if they ought to likewise confront. Indictment. Sue Ann Robinson, who addresses Robinson's family as their lawyer, as of late gotten back from Mexico. When she talked with Joe Bruno of Channel 9 to examine the case's ongoing status, Robinson, presently situated in the U.S., accentuated that one of the most pivotal focus points from the experience was that it was so difficult to assemble data and lead an examination concerning the matter. And next, Mexico, we weren't gotten by the department and prompted the principal legal officer's office, so we sort of needed to advance to gather the data. And Robinson says, notwithstanding monitoring the conventions in Mexico that require the contribution of the consulate, since the wrongdoing includes a U.S. resident, we got no help from the department anyway. The lawyer had the option to get data from the Mexican principal legal officer, who affirmed that their examination had been finished, and a removal bundle had been arranged. Hence, this data was sent to the pertinent experts in the U.S. The litigant's lawyer has since expressed that they are basically trusting that our administration will play out the following stages in the process. When gotten some information about the normal course of events for a choice by the locale, the lawyer answered it is a remarkable case, and that this removal cycle is requiring the U.S. to basically turn over a U.S. resident or residents to the Mexican government to be dealt with under their law enforcement framework. However, it's not something uncommon. or that misses the mark on convention. For it to be done, it simply takes an undeniable level conciliatory mediation. Kayla Michelle, who has been near Robinson right from when they were kids, is one of those battling for equity. Mitchell passed a message to whoever the fundamental associated with Robinson's demise is in a meeting with EBBTV. She guarantees that you can't take off from equity. God, is it just God? So anything that you do when individuals are not around, God sees it. And that is a definitive. Like you'd need to go through him and you can't move away from him and his equity, albeit the lamenting companion is still on the chase. After replies, meanwhile, she is thinking back about her recollections with Robinson. This is what she needed to say. Furthermore, she was so loaded with daily routine, she cherished encounters, experiencing huge, getting a charge out of, and capitalizing on it. And I feel appreciate that is an example that could be significant to us. All it's to partake in our lives and super life. She proceeded to say it was her birthday, and I made her something as straightforward as a hot cocoa from Dunkin' Donuts. And you would figure I would have brought her the most excessive present ever. She was so blissful, she recorded it on her Snapchat, like it was a genuine second for her. So you know the very least difficult thing to simply satisfy her that puts a grin all over the last time where 1 minute where I could review her being cheerful and being around great. Organization. Last month, Mexican authorities mentioned that the U.S. organization removed one of its residents to confront indictment. A few experts accept that the U.S. might have no real option except to consent, albeit the removal of a U.S. resident from the U.S. is exceptional. It isn't incomprehensible on the off chance that the removal demand is conceded. In Shanquella Robinson's case, it will end up being a political matter, including different parts of the U.S. government hearings in bureaucratic court and questions, encompassing the American suspect's freedoms. The suspect's whereabouts are as of now obscure, and neither Mexican nor American specialists have openly declared a capture or distinguished the person. While the U.S. isn't legitimately committed to consent to removal, demands the two nations have a well-established removal arrangement that they commonly follow as per award. Will a criminal guard lawyer with the Arizona firm Rawls, and will, on the off chance that Mexican authorities give reasonable justification, the U.S. might have barely any choice, however, to remove the respondent as per lawyers at Rawls. And will a law office that has practical experience in cross-line removal cases? The removal of American residents from the U.S. to Mexico is an interesting event, and their firm has never addressed a client in such a case. The American specialists are likewise researching Shanquella Robinson's passing, and on the off chance that any violations connected with the occurrence happened in the U.S., they might get their own accusers association of the case. The FBI's field office in Charlotte, North Carolina, is leading an examination concerning the conditions encompassing Robinson's demise, as she was an occupant of Charlotte anyway. During a public interview in December, Robinson's family communicated their craving to see her companions arraigned and condemned to jail time in Mexico, the confinement of individuals by experts in their nations of origin.